You've been told your whole life that God is somewhere else, up in the sky, far from you, watching from a distance, judging your every move. But what if I told you that everything you've been told was a lie? What if the truth is not that God is above you, but within you? That you are not separate from God? That God is not something you pray to, but something you awaken as? And that this truth was hidden from you on purpose? Because once you remember who you are, they can't control you anymore. Let's start with the uncomfortable truth. Religion was never about God. It was about control. Think about it. How do you control billions of people across generations? You make them believe that their very salvation lies in the hands of an authority outside of them. You insert a middleman between them and the divine. You create fear. You say, if you disobey, you burn. If you follow, you are saved. This is psychological warfare. Religion took the infinite creative power of the universe, which is pure, formless, loving awareness, and reduced it to an angry man in the sky. But here's what they never told you. Long before religion, ancient mystics, sages, and awakened beings said this one thing over and over. You are not separate from God. You are God in form. Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is within you. Buddha said, look within. You are the light. And yet religion weaponized their words. They turned Zen masters into idols. They edited the true teachings. Even the Bible, yes, the one you were raised on, was re-edited, censored, and used as a tool to suppress your direct connection to divinity. And if you dare to question it, you're told you're going to hell. But here's the thing. You can't go to hell because you're already in heaven. You just forgot. The real God is not outside of you. The real God moves through you, breathes through you, thinks through you. The real God is you. Not your ego, not your personality, but the silent, still presence behind your thoughts. The awareness that watches your life unfold. That's the real God. It's not a man in the clouds. It's the formless beingness that animates every atom of your body and every galaxy in the sky. You are not a body with a soul. You are a soul that is dreaming it's a body. When you close your eyes, when the world gets quiet, when you feel that deep sense of stillness and peace, that's you touching the truth of God. And that truth doesn't need a temple, a priest, or a holy book. It just needs your presence. Because presence is divinity. So why don't more people know this? Because fear sells. Fear controls. Fear blinds. From birth, you were programmed with guilt. You're a sinner. You're not enough. You're separate. But that programming was never yours. It was given to you by a system that thrives on obedience. But when you realize that you're not separate from anything, not from God, not from the universe, not from life itself, you become uncontrollable. They can't scare you with hell if you know you are infinite. They can't bribe you with heaven if you know you're already divine. That's why they suppress this truth. Because an awakened human being is the most dangerous force in the world. And yet, even now, many know this truth deep down. There are millions of souls who feel it in their bones. That religion has been a deception all along. That something about the whole structure doesn't sit right. That there is more to life, more to divinity, more to who they are. But they stay on the sidelines, quietly waiting for someone to save them, waiting for a sign, waiting for some dramatic moment to shake them out of the illusion. Some conform out of fear, just in case. Others stay in the background, hoping to be convinced. But deep down, they already know. And now, even science is beginning to whisper what mystics have screamed for thousands of years. Everything is one. Quantum physics has proven that at the deepest level, matter is not solid. It's vibrating energy. That everything in this universe is interconnected in one unified field of consciousness. The double-slit experiment showed that even particles respond to observation, meaning your awareness isn't passive. You're influencing reality. Your mind, your energy, your very consciousness is part of the universe creating itself in real time. This is the scientific confirmation of non-duality, the ancient spiritual truth that there is no other. There is no separation, only the illusion of it. In deep meditation, people report the same thing scientists now confirm. You dissolve, and only presence remains. A presence that is not yours or mine, but one, timeless, formless, infinite. That's God. We are living in a time of massive awakening. More and more people are realizing, I don't need a religion to know God. I just need to go within. Because once you discover that God is not something you worship, but something you are, your whole life changes. You stop waiting for heaven after death and start living in heaven now. You stop praying out of fear and start existing in love. You stop obeying rules made by men and start aligning with truth born of silence. You no longer see God as separate. You see God in the mirror. You see God in the trees. You see God in everyone, even those who hurt you, because they too have forgotten who they are. This is not ego. This is not arrogance. This is the deepest humility. To realize you are not a drop in the ocean. You are the ocean in a drop. You were never meant to live in fear. You were never meant to bow to an invisible judge. You were never meant to feel guilty for being human. You were meant to awaken, to remember, to rise. So here's the truth they don't want you to know. You are not separate from God. You are God in human form, living a dream of limitation so you can wake up and remember your true nature. And now you're waking up. Don't let fear drag you back into sleep. Trust your heart. Trust the silence. And never forget, period. The real temple is your body. The real scripture is your breath. The real God is you. If this message resonates with you, share it. Because someone else out there is still trapped in fear, and your awakening could awaken them. Until next time, don't worship the light. Be the light.